Good evening, good evening. It's another wonderful night. It's a good Tuesday. EME is in the building.
Woo, woo.
So y'all turn down.
That's Turtle to turn down, man. I'm turned up.
My boys sleep on me today. They sleep on me, man. These some hard-working men, though.
Yeah.
These some hard-working men. We working even when we ain't working.
Man, working.
Mm-hmm.
We gonna
You
keep
right,
working.
Ken. You right, Ken.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Man.
Got my boy Turtle here. My big bro. Paul in the building.
Hey.
Charlie Mack and Miss Hill.
What's happening?
Miss Hill is in
The
the
famous
building.
Miss Hill.
Hey, Miss
Hey,
Hill.
I'm here. Yes.
Yeah, man, we so happy to have you though. For real.
Thank
You don't know how special moment for me to have you at EME.
Right,
Thank
right.
you.
This
I'm
is-
happy to
this
be
is
here.
This was my first recovery coach, my first life coach right here. Yeah. We started way on 65th.
We
Way
sure
on 65th.
did.
But y'all been knowing each other for a long
A
time,
long
years,
time,
right?
man. A long time. She was like one of the first persons to give you the hint to say, go on and pick up Turtle, man.
I remember. I was up in Fayetteville.
sure
visiting
was.
my daughter, and I got a call from her, and she said, "I think
Yeah.
Turtle needs to be a recovery coach."
Yeah.
She was, cause I wanted to drop. I was like, man, I can't do this. I can't. She kept saying, yes, you can.
Yes, you
Don't
can.
worry about it. I kept saying, no, she kept saying yes. And man, I
Yes.
kept at it. I really
That's
pulled it
right.
off.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's
Cynthia,
right.
I don't know if you remember this or not, but when Turtle was, he was over in probation parole
Yeah.
when you were life coach.
Mhm.
And I was over there. I don't know why I was there, but I was visiting, making sure everything was okay. And I remember this parole officer. She came over and she goes, I just wanted to make sure y'all were here. I'm about to bring you a knucklehead. He doesn't believe me when I tell him, but I'm about to put his ass in jail.
Right.
Yeah.
And sure enough, and he was cussing her
Yeah.
on the way in,
Yeah.
and I was like, I'm out. And Turtle goes, young man, sit down.
Come here, let me holler at you.
Let me
Don't
talk
we
to
do
you.
it my people like that?
Got it right. Trying to do what they need.
Hey, I was a pretty
And you
good
kept him out of
probation
jail that day,
Yeah.
though, because he didn't really think that she was going to do it, but she
Yeah.
was serious.
Right.
She was
They-
giving him a chance.
They like me in
Yeah.
probation. I still talk
Yes,
to a
they
few of them
did.
Do you?
right now. Yep, man.
Yeah.
That's some good people, man. That was a good
Yeah,
one.
they
That-
loved.
that
They
job
loved
gave me
you.
a lot of experience. A lot of experience.
Right.
Yeah. So I can't complain about it. And you the best though. We've been through the mud. We've been through the struggle together. Yeah. You instead of climbing, I see you instead of doing big things, man, instead of coming up.
Trying
Yeah.
to do it, baby.
Good
Just
to-
helping people. That's the most important thing for me. It makes me the happiest. So
Right.
yeah.
I see. Yes, you look happy, you look beautiful, you look happy.
Thank
How the
you.
family doing? The
Oh,
family
you're
okay?
too sweet. They are well. I've got Destiny and my little grandson here right now. That's why I'm in my room, because they're out there and Dice is going crazy.
Yeah,
So they actually
yeah.
went to get some food and then they'll be back. So I've got a little privacy right now, but he's here. And so I'm extremely happy today.
Right.
Right. That's good. That's good.
That's
Tell
a
us
beautiful thing.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, so I've been here in Memphis now, a couple of years actually. And
Right. We
it doesn't
miss
seem like it's been that
you.
long, but I've been gone that long. Like it went by so fast. But I'm getting acclimated. I know my way around, and I'm helping a lot of people. Like I really am. I was up the open enrollment for Obamacare ended on Sunday at midnight, unless you have a special election, but just for people that wanted to get in a plan. So I was literally up because we had a little leeway with time. So I was up till like 1:30 in the morning, putting people in. People just kept calling and calling. And, I've been telling people, come on, let's, get in a plan so you can have some health insurance. But a lot of times, how we do, we wait till the last minute. And so anyway, I was up really late getting everybody in, but I got a lot of people in, and I'll keep doing it. I do it every day. When people need insurance, I do it every day. It doesn't matter what time or anything for me. I just make it happen.
Right.
But yeah, it's been good. It's a good experience for me,
How long you been helping people get insurance?
Now I've been doing that for probably about 6 years now. And the biggest thing that I do is Medicare. A lot of people think that you have to be 65 and older to get Medicare, but you don't. There's a lot of young people that have it. Anybody that's been on disability, for 24 months for whatever reason, they're eligible for Medicare. And a lot of people don't even know that. people that are on disability. But so a lot of people that are on disability, I help them, get Medicare if they don't already have it. But then I just started doing the Obamacare marketplace insurance, because a lot of people when I'd go to different places to do Medicare, a lot of people weren't eligible for Medicare, but they needed insurance. And I thought, Paul and I had talked about this a while ago. It's a tedious process, but it's gotten a lot more streamlined now. And so now I'm like, yes, I'll do it. I'll do it because I want to help people. I want to be able to help people wherever I go. If they need insurance, bottom line, I want to be able to help. And so that's what I've been doing.
Excuse me, Miss Hill, what's the category of disability? What are those? What does that pertain?
So anybody that's gotten, approved for disability, it could be any reason. I have a gentleman the other day that he hurt his arm at work, and so he can't lift his arm up above his head anymore. And so it has an impact on him being able to work. And so he got approved for disability. There are people that, there are a lot of reasons that people have disability. They're sick, they've been injured, or they were people that were even born, with a certain condition that have disability. So it's a lot of different categories that can can qualify for disabilities.
Okay, I understand now.
And especially if a doctor just has to say that you're disabled. If a doctor says you're disabled, then you've got a fighting chance to get disability.
Okay, right. And that helps you get insurance, a certain kind of Medicare insurance, right?
Absolutely. Yes, it does. Once you've been on disability for 24 months, no matter what your age is, you're eligible for Medicare. So people that are not eligible for Medicare, that don't have health insurance, I help them too with the marketplace. And there's a thing that a lot of people don't know. If you were to go on the marketplace and apply yourself, and put your income in there, you may come up with a premium of $400, $500. Well, we've been trained to use tax credits, and some people don't want to do it. And if they don't want to do it, they don't do it. But tax credits, so you have to decide what's more important. Do you want health insurance now, or do you want, tax credits later? And so a lot of people choose to do the tax credits now, where I can get so many people zero premium insurance policies, zero copay at the primary care doctor, prescription drugs, zero, yes.
How does that occur? Because the guys had on their show, two doctors, both of them counselors and trauma-informed counselors, last show. And so I know there's a lot of folks, I've gotten a lot of comments from y'all's show last week of going, that ACE test that Dr. Pat and Dr. Betty were talking about, have convinced me that now I understand, why some of the things in my life are. But how do I go get help? How do I go talk to someone smart like Betty or Pat? And you're going to need some insurance to be able to go access it and care.
Absolutely.
So, but a lot of people won't do that because they think it's going to cost too much money.
Right.
And they don't know what kind of insurance. You just said Medicare, and then there's Medicaid, and then there's the exchange, Obamacare, through the exchange. But one is someone like you can help someone get the right kind of insurance.
Absolutely, because it does matter. And that's the thing, it matters which insurance. I have been certified with all the companies because I want to be able to give somebody what they need. So in Arkansas, Ambetter is huge. Ambetter will allow them to get the counseling that they need. It will allow them to get the medical part of it that they need. It's just in Arkansas, it's the most popular plan, and it's the one that will give them what they need for the trauma, that type of stuff. And it's most of the plans I can get for zero premium. Now you do have to have income to get it, but the cool thing about it is your income can be somebody else supporting you, so it's as long as you have a way that you're getting support, all we have to do is qualify that. That's where I come in. A lot of people miss it. So let's just say that, you get a verification flag and you have to verify your income. I write the letter because it's not even actually to show the money. I literally write a letter, upload the letter, and boom, it's verified. But those verifications have to happen. And so again, like I said, that's where I come into play because I'm always monitoring it. I can go into my platform and look on there and see who needs what needs to be verified, so, and if someone, doesn't know how to do it, they can even call me. If they still want to do it on their own, I help them walk them through that process. But yes, absolutely. In Arkansas, like I said, to be able to deal with the trauma issues, to get the counseling that they need, to do the group sessions that they need, and better is the better plan that will do that. Medicare, like you said, that's one thing, and a lot of people have it. And if they have it there, it also does allow for the counseling and stuff to happen as well. Anything, the Medicaid usually, so with Medicaid in Arkansas, it's a little tricky. With Medicaid in Arkansas, if someone has Medicaid, they do have to pick a plan. And again, picking the right plan, that's important. It's, depending on what's going on with them, they need to pick the right plan so that they can get the right benefits. And that, again, that's where I can help,
Right. So you think people in the community, like our audience, mostly young people coming out, coming out of school, you know what I mean? They watch the pod or whatever. You think
right,
they got to take insurance more seriously in these communities? Because, once you get from under mom, them, you on your own.
absolutely.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And a lot of people in our community don't know the importance of, insurance, because they don't like paying the bill or whatever. Know the
Right.
importance of the insurance, know the importance of life insurance and things like that. So, it's real important. I think it might be really important for people to start focusing more on getting insurance, show yourself a sense of responsibility,
Yes.
paying on it, But is it real time consuming when you fill out the application? How long it take? Like, do it take a long time for you to see results, or what?
No. So Antoine, if I did someone right now, when I got off of this Zoom, if I did someone, it would take me literally 10 minutes to do an application. Okay.
Mhm.
And then after that, the plan becomes effective September 1st. So it doesn't matter what day of the month that we do the application, the following first day of the month, it's effective, And one of the things about Arkansas, there's probably about 10 to 12, it might be a little bit higher right now, % of the population that is uninsured. And, when we're young and we feel like we're invincible, but there's a lot of things that have happened to us, that have happened to people that they haven't dealt with, that comes out later on, and the sooner that a person can deal with any kind of, not only medical issue, but, traumatic experience, traumatic issues that have happened to them, the sooner they do it, the better they're going to be. And the better you are now for yourself, the better you can be for your family. And I know it's important, I know firsthand what it can do. And so I'm telling you, you're exactly right. Younger people don't recognize, and they don't realize, because they do think that they're going to have to pay a lot of money, but there are ways around it. There are, ways that we can get zero premiums, even, and if they're not zero, we can get it for $30 or $40 a month. People spend that on Snicker bars, so you can spend $30 or $40 for your health, because it really is important. It's so important to take care of what we can take care of early, so that later on we can be better in life, and not have to go throughout our life, and especially like some of our most important years, to go through those years, sick, and you don't even really know it. You don't even know what to do. You don't know why. I had a young lady that called me yesterday. It just broke my heart. She said, "I'm so sorry to be on this phone crying, but she's been hurting for so long, and she said nobody's listened to her." And I sat there for 45 minutes on that phone, but I didn't know the lady, but I said, I listened. I said, and I hear you, and I'm going to help, because that's what we need to do. We all impact each other, and it's just, people may think that one person doesn't affect the other, but it does. We all do, and so that the more that we can help each other, that's what we should do, and it's what I want to do. And like I said, the importance, this lady was probably 50 years old right now, and she's been, in pain and hurting for so many years, and didn't know what to do about it, really, except medication. And that's not always the answer. Don't get me wrong. There's times when it's needed, and I know that. But so many times, y'all, just talking to somebody, counseling, therapy, it really does work. If you take the opportunity to go and get it done, it works. It really does.
Right.
You know, we had a guy that this was a few weeks ago. He was a client of ours, but he was scary when we first met him. In fact, the person that that was working on our team was real scared. She was like, "Man, if they're demons, he's got them."
Right.
And she was a little scared,
Right.
but he was seeing a really good counselor who was trauma
Yeah.
informed.
That's good.
And it turns out that something had occurred when he was pretty young, and he had never
Yes.
gotten over it.
Right.
And she was able, because she was skilled, to be able to take him there. This
That's
guy, she's no longer scared of this guy. It was like he was relieved. He thought he had done something really wrong and screwed his entire life up. And being able to kind of get through that and realize that he was a child, that this thing occurred,
Absolutely.
that it wasn't his fault.
Absolutely.
All of a sudden it was like, you know, he was able to actually now start to move on.
Right.
There you go.
And he did that because he had insurance
Right.
There you
that
go.
was paying for this
That's right.
expert to be able to spend this time with him and help him realize that. And this guy's different. We followed him for a couple of weeks afterwards. It wasn't a one-time thing. This wasn't a you know, just I'm gonna give you a good message and you're feeling good about yourself now. It actually was healing.
Yeah.
And that's what, after y'all show, which by the way was a really good one, because y'all brought some of the foremost experts in all Arkansas on trauma. Y'all brought them on your show. And so I know that there are some people out there.
Yeah.
I know there are a bunch of people out there that need
Yeah.
to go talk
That's
to a
right.
counselor,
Right.
like the
That's
one I was
right.
talking about, or the
Right.
one y'all interviewed,
Right.
but they don't have the money
Right.
to be able to do it. But Cynthia can
To help.
Absolutely.
help them.
Right.
Absolutely.
That's a fact, because I got friends, you know, all the time. Like I said, I even got some guys that took the test we had at my house, and you know, all of them answered the questions. Like it was yes. And these same
Yes.
guys I had
Yes.
heard personally say they know they need counseling, they know they need help. Like the stuff that they go, stuff that
Yes.
happen to them in the chat, they don't open up to me. But you know, they reasons, I ain't got the finances. That's the main thing. I ain't got the finances.
you
Don't know
go.
how counselor. I ain't got the finances, but they really need help. And because of not getting the help, their behavior have turned to
This
criminal
goes on.
behavior.
Absolutely.
And it led to stuff that they probably wouldn't even been in if they would have got the help. So
That's
I'm glad
right.
that we have
Especially
people
doing it
like
early.
you that would
Yes,
help people.
sweetheart.
It's a blessing to
Yes.
have,
That's
letting this to
right.
get out
Thank
to the
you.
community. And me firsthand experience, I had embedded before when I first got
Yeah.
out the penitentiary. It helped me in
Yeah.
a lot of ways. Like that's
Yes.
some good insurance to have. It really is.
Is.
It paid for
is.
everything though. I guess because I was fresh out of
That's
prison.
right.
They knew I
That's
didn't have
right.
anything, but it paid for everything. I could walk in the ER, it covered everything. I was
Yes.
happy to have that insurance.
Yes.
For accessing the
Absolutely.
counseling, and better is, so there are two
Absolutely.
Arkansas Works or
Right.
Medicaid, Obamacare
Yeah,
plans in Arkansas. One of them's Better, and the other is Blue
that's what it
Cross.
was,
Cross.
Obamacare.
That's
And
right.
That's what I
Better
had.
pays for
I had
groups. So
Obamacare.
Right.
Yes. Yes,
yeah,
it does.
if you needed to go or wanted to go to like a substance abuse group,
Right.
so you can
Right.
get counseling, and both of them will pay for that, but only Better pays for the groups right now
Right.
in
Yeah.
Arkansas.
Right.
Yes. That's right, Paul. You got that right. And hey, it's easy. If they call me and say they need it,
Right.
I'm on it. Like I can do it in literally 10 minutes, guys. You know,
So
and the
you
thing
could
about it is
even do,
don't be
guys,
scared. Go ahead.
if
I'm
someone
sorry.
called you from Little Rock,
Yes.
you can still
Yes.
do it while you're in Memphis. Okay.
Absolutely. That's the one of the cool things about
That's your business.
that insurance is that you don't have to have a signature. You know, I just have to acknowledge there is a place on there that says the person gave me permission to do it. I click yes, and then I do the whole application. It literally takes me maybe 7 minutes. I probably can do it in 7 minutes. I've done it so much now. But yeah,
Right.
and then they're in it first of the month. It's effective. Like I said, I probably did on Sunday night. I probably did 50 people.
Right. That is a
And got them
blessing.
in there. Yes.
So you
So
could
I'm
go up
excited
about
about
100. You
bring
could
it,
go up
bring it
about
on. Like I
100
said,
EME.
That's
okay,
good.
there you
How would they
go.
contact
There
you,
go.
Cynthia?
They can call me at 501-766-9565. And I know you guys all have my contact information, Paul. Feel free to share it. You know, if they want to email me, they can email me, text me, just, and the only information that I need from them is just super quickly, name, address, phone number, date of birth, social, income. That's all the information I need to put in the application, you know, and then they're done. And then now dental and vision is also available. The dental and vision plans are typically at a cost, but not very much at all. Again, if you get the health part of it for zero, you know, the insurance, the dental and vision, I can get a family plan for $20, you know, an individual plan for $15, you know. So it's not, it's just really, it's absolutely affordable, you know, for people that think that they can afford it, you know, we can do it. We can do it. And it's so worth it.
Is it like that because it's affordable like all the time, or just because Corona, or what?
No, it's like that, Antoine, because of the tax credits, to be quite honest. So you have to make a certain amount of income. And like I said, the income, which is so cool, you know, can be that somebody supports you. That can be your income. And if they ask for a verification, we verify it, you know, we send a letter. That's all we have to do. And but the tax credits is what gets it down to a zero premium. I'll give you an example. You go on there, Antoine, and you do it and you put in your income, and it may come back as a $389 premium, but you also qualify for a tax credit of $390, you know, so it would cover that. And then you have a zero premium, you know?
So that means you'll pay zero out of pocket.
Right. And a lot of the plans, the ones that I like the best, that I always look at deductibles. Okay. So I don't want you to have to pay a deductible. So a lot of the plans have a zero deductible when I do it. I also don't like for you to have to pay when you go to the primary care doctor. So a lot of the plans that I do are zero premium. I mean, zero copay at the primary care, zero copay for your prescription drugs. And a lot of people that are younger don't really have specialists right now, you know. But the other thing, as Paul said, that I really try to do because of all the trauma, because of the, you know, there's probably 12% of the population in Arkansas that's uninsured, you know. And then, like as Antoine was saying, you know, it lingers on. You know, to be able to move forward, you need to get that help. And so the plans that I do offer the individual counseling and the group counseling. So it's just a matter of them understanding that they can get it, you know, they can get it. So we just have to do it. That's it. You know, and there's nothing wrong with finding out. You know, if you don't know, the answer is going to be no if you don't ever check. You know, no, I don't have insurance. No, I can't get it because you never checked. Just find out.
It's just a lot of people were scared from back in the day, like how insurance way was. Now we don't know how much help we got and how much, you know what I'm saying? You know, so now it's better to do it now. You know what I'm saying?
And like you said, we were saying earlier, a lot of people, you know, especially young people, but they don't be thinking about it. They just out there living life, moving fast.
Absolutely.
You'll be surprised how many people ain't been to the dentist in years, checked on their health. All that stuff, they don't take it so serious, but it really is something serious.
It's serious
to take care of.
Especially men don't check nothing.
Right.
Especially
women go do they 6 months, but a man
they take care of themselves.
Man ain't gonna go get those 6 months. Nothing.
Not hurting.
You're right. That's exactly right.
I'll be all right.
Right. We need to go.
So true. Yes, you need to go. Gosh, yes, because prevention is the key. You know, you catch things before they happen. You take care of it before they happen, so that it doesn't get to that point. You know. And that's what I love doing. Like I said, I've been able to help people, you know, like we always think it's an older person that may need, you know, dental or dentures, but younger people need it too, guys. I had a lady probably a month ago. She was 32, didn't have a job. She was embarrassed to get out. She had no teeth. You know, we didn't talk about why, but, you know, I saw that there were some other issues going on in that family. But the thing is, she was able to get teeth and she got a job. She still texts me probably at least every other month, once or twice, you know, to say, how are you doing? I sure do appreciate you. You know, you saved my life, you know, those kinds of things. When people say that to you, you're like, man, you know, just one person at a time. That's all it takes for each one of us. Change one person at a time, you know, help one person at a time, you know, because if you don't ever get healed, you know, if a person's not healed, they're going to bleed everywhere they go on someone else, you know? So you just have to make it happen and get the healing that you need. And it's not, you know, it's not something bad. All of us have stuff that we've gone through and happened to us. Every one of us. Show me one person that hasn't. It's not possible. Every one of us. And we're not condemned for that. you know, we wake up every day, we got another chance to get it right, to get better.
Right.
You know,
Right.
so right now we have a chance. We have another chance, you guys. You know, we have another day of grace and mercy. We can get
Come on
better.
now, don't
We
you
can
telling
get
the
better.
truth.
You're gonna get preached going
Telling the
here.
Absolutely.
truth.
Don't
Right,
get
you
me
gotta tell the
started either,
truth.
because we can get better. Yes. Amen. You know,
Right,
and
a
that's our
lot of people.
God-given purpose. That's our God-given
Right.
purpose. We've got to advance his kingdom one person at a time. It doesn't matter. You know, get
I
better.
like
But it's
Get better.
Yeah.
it's like it's easy to talk to you though, but you got a gift. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? So
Well,
people,
that's
even
sweet.
when
Thank
we
you.
was in that probation office, we was
Yeah.
recovery coaches. You know what I'm saying? You
Yes.
was able to get some of the
Right.
hardest people to calm
Oh,
down,
yeah.
come listen
Oh,
and
yeah.
talk. You
Right.
know what I'm
Yes.
saying?
But see,
So,
she like you said, she got a
Yes.
gift, she got a
Yeah.
heart for it. And to talking to
Yes.
people
Thank
like you, that
you.
make people like us feel better, you know. Some people don't know who
Yes.
they talking to, and they feel like, who I'm telling my business, who these folks don't care about me. But when you see somebody that care, you can see that genuine love
Yes.
that make you want to
Absolutely,
keep going.
sweetheart.
That make you want to
Absolutely.
get the help you need.
And I do.
So
I love people. It's my
Yeah.
passion, and I thank God for giving it to me. You know, because it's
Right.
real. And if it
Right.
weren't real, I wouldn't be able to do some of the things that I do, because it can be sad
Right.
too when I can't help someone. Like, it hurts, you know.
Right.
So I've even been, you know, thinking of different ways and opportunities to be able to help, you know, because like I said, a lot of times I go and people aren't eligible for plans because they're, you know, they're not old enough, or whatever the reason is. If they're not eligible, it like breaks my heart, you know.
Right.
But I still try to help. Another quick story. I had a gentleman, he's older, but I met him and I told him about insurance. He was like, no, Cynthia, that's just sounds too good to be true. And I said, well, it might, but it's true, you know. And he didn't have any teeth, and he was really had lost a lot of weight. And he told me, he said, I just can't believe this. You mean to tell me I'll be able to eat apples again? Because he loves apples. So I
Right.
got him with this dentist, you know, here, y'all. I'm telling you, this is gonna tell. I got him a dentist here. He got his teeth. When he called me and said, Cynthia, I got an
That is a
appointment. They're
blessing.
gonna put my teeth in, you know. And I said, Mr. Williams, I'm gonna be there. But I couldn't, y'all. It was at a time when I'd forgotten about an appointment. So the next day I called him. I said, Mr. Williams, I'm coming. Coldwater, Mississippi. I went and got him a basket of apples and some other little things, you know, and it was nothing. I just got him something.
That's
It was
what's
nothing
up.
in terms of what I spent for it, is what I'm saying. But it was making me so happy to go. I drove to Coldwater. Took me about 45 minutes. I called him. He said, well, I'm at the laundromat, Ms. Hill. And I said, well, tell me where it is. I'll come there. He said, no, just wait a
Went
minute.
down.
Because I was at the church. Well, I told him I would, but he said, no, I'll be there. Just hold on. Because he came back to the church where I met him, you know. And when he got out and I got the basket out, y'all, this man just started crying. And then of course I started crying, you know. But to help somebody, to change somebody's life like that.
Right.
He said, Miss Hill, I haven't cried in about 5 years. And I was like, oh God, you know, but he's got and he
That's
was
the method.
beautiful. Like, you
Right.
guys should have seen this guy, his little smile. He was beautiful.
Right.
I'm not
Oh, I know it
He
helped him because
was.
people teeth is
Yes,
everything. Like
yes.
to get his teeth, I can imagine. Because I know a
Yes.
friend who had lost his teeth. He got his teeth. He's so happy now. So
Isn't it
for you to be able
right?
to do that, that is truly a blessing.
Hey,
It's the
Cynthia,
biggest. Yes.
will that dental insurance pay for a grill?
Would it pay for a gold grill?
Hey, I could probably hook you up. Let me tell you.
Hey,
That's
I
right.
like that.
If you can do
Amazing.
that, I
Hey, I
think you're
like
set
that.
policy.
Yes, I got a dentist. She's so amazing. She's so cool. I'm not kidding. She'll help people from Arkansas. She told me already. You know, I've referred her probably hundreds of people. She's awesome. But yeah,
Memphis is the
probably put
Memphis
drilling
is
it
the
for you.
gold grill capital, though. One of the gold grill capitals. Memphis
You know it
Yeah,
is.
they
is,
want-
don't you?
Memphis is.
Memphis,
Right.
where'd you get your
know
grill,
it
Kevin?
is.
Oh, in Memphis,
Yeah.
I got it in Memphis. You got it in
See,
Memphis,
there you
on the mall
go.
in Memphis. Yeah.
See?
He's a Ravens. I can't even think of the name of it though, but it's so known.
Yeah.
A lot of people go there. It's a Jerry's on.
Yeah.
I think the mall.
Yeah, Caleb got his grill in Memphis.
Yeah, that's why I got my teeth in
Okay.
Memphis.
Yeah, Memphis.
I'm going to get
But
that
yeah.
bottom next.
We know Johnny.
There you go.
Oh, Johnny cheap to get this Johnny cheaper than what I got mine. Huh?
Yeah.
For six.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I
Well,
want some all
you know-
white. I want all white veneers. I want mine white. I don't.
There you go. There you go.
I
There
want
you
all
go.
white. I want that presidential smile. That's what I want.
Hey, I got a place that can
You
hit me
already
up. I
got
have
it,
a
man. You
boss,
got
but
it,
I
President.
have a place.
No, I don't. I need work. I need work, Jack.
So
Yeah.
good.
Right.
So that so for the listeners that were that took that ACE test.
Mhm.
You know, it's 10 questions and they're just looking for, you know, if these things occurred, if
Right.
you went
Right.
hungry, you know, often, if you were
Right.
abused, physically or sexually abused,
Right.
if you know, one of your parents was incarcerated, all that's all what happened to you. And the research shows that, you know, if you had 4 or more of those things occur when you were a kid,
Absolutely.
then not only does it kind of impact the way that you can have relationships, your behavior,
Absolutely.
but it impacts your health.
Yeah, yeah.
So if you
Yeah.
got four or more of those kind of traumatic things that happened when you were a kid,
Yes.
you're
Yes.
480% more likely to have chronic bronchitis as an adult,
Yes.
1200% more likely to try to attempt suicide, more broken bones. It's just,
Absolutely,
you need some
Paul.
insurance
Absolutely, Paul.
to go take care of some health stuff,
Right.
but also then you
Right.
can go talk to someone like Miss Betty or Miss Pat that can
Right.
help you deal.
Especially at a
Yes,
time like
yes.
this with all this corona, man, you need insurance, period.
All right.
Yeah,
You
you
know what I'm
do.
saying? It's a lot going on out here for you not to have
Yes.
insurance.
Right. And it's
You gotta
supportive,
try
like
to
you
get
said, it's
it, you know what
supportive
I'm
for
saying?
people blow money all day. If you, hey, it's
All
your life,
day,
you need
yeah.
to take serious.
Yeah.
Because I know if I didn't
Absolutely.
have a job with insurance, I sure enough had some insurance right now.
There you
I
go.
couldn't be
That's
without
right.
insurance. You need it. You just never know
That's
what
right.
could happen.
It's about
Absolutely.
prioritizing. It's about
That's exactly
prioritizing
right.
our lives. It's about
Right.
putting things in perspective. What's more important than that? Is this
Right.
more important than that? And then
Right.
In my
as
life.
adult males, that's what we're trying to give the
Mhm.
message to adult Black males. Hey man, it's time. You never
Yes.
get tomorrow back. Once you get
Yes,
rid of a
that's
day,
right.
you can't get that day back. So
Can't
you
get
have
it back.
to use your time wisely. That's why EME is every Tuesday at 6 p.m. on 6:30 on time. So they
Right.
can
We
be
spreading
so
that
be
Go.
knowledge.
consistent. We're trying to be
That's right.
consistent. It's about
Right.
consistency.
Amen.
Right.
And
And
here,
spreading that
you know,
knowledge.
here's the thing too, guys. Like a lot of men, and you're right. It does the by God design. It starts with the man. Okay. And if the man is not right, and it just flows all the way through the family.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it can be detrimental. So like you said, it's about prioritizing. But here's what's sad, and here's what happens. A lot of times we don't think we're worth it.
Right.
So it's hard to prioritize something
Mhm.
as number one when you don't feel worthy of that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
Right.
my thing is this: the kinds of things that you guys are doing is amazing, because even if you don't think you're worth it, you are, first of all. But even if you don't think you're worth it, guess what? You answered those questions. You got 4 of those questions and you said yes. Do something about it. Even if you don't think you're worth it,
Mhm.
do something about it, so that you can start feeling, and recognizing your value, because
Yep.
we all have the same value. God doesn't love you any differently than he loves me or anyone
Come
else.
on now.
So we all have it,
Yeah.
and he put us all here to help each other. That's what it's
True.
about.
Right.
That's
And
right. That's what
especially
it's
like you
about.
said, men, it's past time, and it'll happen. It's gonna get better. That's in the
Right.
word. Men are gonna recognize. They're gonna start coming
Right.
around. They have to. They have
They
Right.
have to. She's right.
You take
They-
other men
have
like
to.
we doing and wake them up though, you know.
Yes.
That's what we
Yes,
do. We
you're
gotta
exactly
wake
right.
them up, man. We gotta help.
That's right.
We created.
God is he's using you guys right now to do that exact thing, So I commend
Right.
you, because it's awesome. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We
Thank
try to
you.
lead
Hey,
by
we thank
example.
you too.
Thank
Right.
you,
And
man.
we
You're
doing it because
welcome,
we
baby.
love
Just
we
finally
love
some
to
woman
do it.
tell
Like
them.
I'm the
Yeah.
same way. I'm a firm believer, and I love helping people, man. It do something to
Absolutely.
me to know that I can help somebody, like and don't want nothing
Yes.
from it. Just to see a smile on their face, I
That's
am to go in
right.
another direction of life, man. That make me so happy to help somebody. So I'm thankful I
Yes,
can do this
sweetheart. Thank God for you.
I
for
see
making me a vessel
EME
to
as
do it.
modern day superheroes. We don't have superpowers, but we change people's
Yes, we do got
lives for the better.
superpowers.
Oh yeah, you got
Turtles got some.
superpowers.
Sure
Oh
do.
yeah,
And
you
then the
got
turtle
it.
over there.
We all got a
I'm-
special power.
I'm Clark
Absolutely.
Kent,
Yeah.
man. I don't got no powers. I don't got no
Yeah, I
powers.
know, right?
I just
Yeah,
want
you
I
don't
just
got no
want to
power. You
help.
just mean. You
I'm just mean. That's my superpower. I'm
Yeah.
mean when it
That's his
counts.
whole superpower. Means.
Yeah. But I want to change that from being mean to just being
He a good
assertive.
dad. He a good
I want to
dad.
be.
There you
I want
go.
to change
Look,
to assertive. I don't want to
There
be
you
mean.
go.
I want to be assertive. Assertive
you
can
go.
be mean if you change the word. Assertive means I put pressure on you to do the best that
Yeah.
you could be. And
Yeah.
I'd rather be assertive than mean.
There
So
you
let's
go.
change the narrative.
Right.
There you
like
go.
one time, me and him, Like one time, me and him was up at 7 o'clock in the morning. We was arguing because he don't let his kid have a TV in his room yet. So over here in America, we give a kid our TV soon as they born. Like soon as they born, you ain't going in no room without no TV, and he ain't going. So he know I'm stubborn, so I'm standing arguing with him. Well, I'm not gonna put no TV in here yet, boy. We were arguing a long time about that TV going in that room.
Yeah, Turtle try to persuade me to put a TV in my son's room when I say I should raise my son, not the TV. So I should put the TV in his room, and he can close the door and figure out watch whatever he wants and get his mentality from the TV. When I want to be responsible, I want to be responsible for that. I want to be the one to do that. So Turtle,
he gonna wake up. He gonna wake up one morning. UPS gonna be dropping 775 inches off in his front door.
Turtle's gonna send him a big screen.
Hey, if that's what my wife want to do, then, and we agree on it, then I ain't got no problem, because that means he's ready for that TV in his room.
Yeah,
that means he's ready.
Yes, that's funny.
Yeah.
That's funny.
He's a good guy, man. He teaches me a lot. He keep us grounded. He make us stay on point where we supposed to be. You know what I'm saying?
I try, man. I try.
That's good. That's
I try my best. But hey, Turtle and Caleb, they balance me out. See what I don't have, they give it to me. They give me extra what I need. So that's how we're such a great team, because we balance each other out.
There you go.
See what makes me say I've been doing this walking with God for a while now, and I know that I'm never gonna be perfect. And I can't be perfect, but even working on myself, I'm still helping people. I'm not gonna let no thoughts or nobody tell me, hey, you can't do this, you can't do. I'm gonna help people, and I'm gonna always keep it real with people. And that's what people looking for, the realness in people. But one thing I do get for people is a lot of love. Even those that don't love me, I love them. I might be mad at that moment, but I'm still gonna love people, because I really believe with all my heart. That's the message of Jesus, is to love.
There you go.
And that's what we all as people is supposed to do. We supposed to love everybody.
Yes, we are.
Even like my this old lady told me, she said one day, she was like, sometimes you gotta love the hell out of people. But she was literally talking about a lot of people got hell in them. And you gotta love them. You gotta love them. You gotta show them, and that love gonna get them. And it will. When somebody see that you really care and love them, that'll make a person change.
Yeah.
Like, why won't you give up on me? Because I love you, man. I want to see you do better. And people need that, because a lot of people didn't have love, man. They was raised off survival. They didn't have no love out here. They don't know what it is to get a hug. They don't know what to get gifts without somebody wanting something. It was this young man I was around, and my friend gave him some money. He thought he wanted something from him. He couldn't believe it. He was just giving him some money just to give him some. He was like, what are you giving this? But he couldn't believe, because nobody never gave him nothing. To just give you something just out of love. So, and it's a lot of people out there like that, man. They just need to be loved, talked to, and they just need to be pointed the right direction. Yeah, and I'm glad we're able.
They born in that turmoil of trauma. They born in that turmoil of trauma.
Right.
There you go.
And a lot of us, I'm gonna be honest, man. I got a lot of trauma on me, so I'm not trying to put it back on my family and on my children.
Right.
I need help. I need help. I'm just gonna be honest. I need help, because I got anger issues, like big time. And I need help. I need my help so I don't hurt nobody on my family.
There you go.
Because you know that you hurt the people that's closest to you.
Yes,
you hurt the people that you love the most. So I need that help, and I want it. And that's
the first step. The first step is recognizing it.
Yeah, I'm man enough to know that I need this help, and I got this trauma built up. I got this anger built up. I got situations that I've been through in the past that want me to. I was in a situation where I had to harm people. Being on the street, you had to harm people to survive. To make it from day to day, you had to plot on how to harm somebody else before they harmed you first. So I've been on that for a long time, and I don't know how to cut that button off. I don't know how to.
You already doing it, brother. You already doing it. You doing it good. One thing I learned, man, we striving every day, but even the move you made where you are now with your family, even what you're doing every day, helping other people, that's helping you too. You're growing through these podcasts and all that, man. You're never gonna be perfect, but in my eyes, man, a talk we're gonna have the positive things you have poured into me, the positive things you have poured into others. Start looking at that. Don't beat yourself up because you have an anger. If that's the case, we all would have quit. Me, you, and everybody, we'll give up. If we keep looking at our little flaws, man, you gonna get the help you need. I'm proud of you. Look out for you. What you doing now? You don't have to be doing this. You could be in Paris, like, forget that. Forget everybody, but you still from way over there working to help people. Guys, see that, man. I applaud you because you could be over there saying forget everything and just focus on you and your kids, but you're
That's
not.
exactly
You still
right.
focus on
That's
your
exactly
community
right.
out here.
Better not say forget everybody.
But I'm saying he could. If
He's the famous EME
Yes, he-
podcast.
Yes,
You could be so caught up in
He's the
yourself
famous EME
that you ain't even
podcast.
worried about people, but you are, and I applaud you for that, man. To know that we
Yes.
all, he going through things, I'm going through things, we all go through things, but we still willing
We
able
do.
to get on here,
Yeah.
to uplift people, to help our community, and even outside the cameras, we doing things, man. So applaud yourself for that, man. Just
But-
keep on striving.
But we had the
Absolutely.
best
Woo,
guest
woo,
everybody
that
had.
EME,
We had the
baby.
best guest everybody had. We got the beautiful Miss Hill this week. People can't beat us. It's impossible, man. We tight.
Hey, Paul, I tell everybody, we the dopest podcast on the planet.
There you
Right.
go.
Different podcast on the
Is
planet,
it?
man.
Right.
We're gonna get
You know,
our
one of the
award. When they
things-
do the
it's-
award, they're gonna give us one.
About to
There you
drop
go.
on Spotify.
Yep.
Because
Yep.
listen,
We
guys,
gonna-
one of
we-
the things that happens is, as people, a lot of times we're like, God, just heal me, heal my pain, heal
Yeah.
my pain. But here's what I want y'all to know: the pain happened, whatever happened, happened. You can't change that. But
Come on.
when we're asking God to heal us, and you know what God's asking us to do? He says, just leave it.
Right.
Move
Yeah,
on.
I ain't left.
Leave
I ain't
it.
left.
Come on, sometimes
You
he'll
gotta
keep that
leave
thorn
it.
in your flesh.
And
Sometimes he'll
counseling-
keep that thorn in
listen,
your flesh.
Yeah, that's what
To let
counseling
you
can
know.
do. That's
Right.
what the counseling can do. When you go talk to somebody, they can help you leave it. It happened. It's over there. Just leave it there. And I know
Right.
that sounds like I'm just being super simple, but I'm just saying
Oh, no, I get
it
it.
can be that easy.
It's a healing process.
Right.
Yes,
Right.
it's a process, but you got to move forward. You can't if you to move forward. If you're bringing it with you everywhere you go, you're not
Yeah.
going to ever leave it.
Right.
Leave it.
Right.
Acknowledge that it happened. Leave it over there.
Learn to embrace that
Start-
darkness, like that woman said. Embrace
Start
it.
over.
That's what they
Yeah,
taught
the
us in the
Empress-
ACT.
the Empress
somebody.
said that.
The Empress
That's
said
what
it.
they taught us in the ACT program.
Right.
Yes, they
Yeah, there you
did.
go.
Yes, they did.
Right. But
they-
and
Yeah.
we find out too, man, the very thing, that hurt us, how we might think we struggling with, man, is the very thing God can use to help somebody else. Because even the
Absolutely.
things that we go through, man, it's like I say, it's so many people. It's so many people out there that got anger problems. Just like you said, you need anger problems. They not gonna help nobody. They think, oh, God can't use me. I got an anger problem, woo, woo. But he can. Just like he using you right now. You still got an anger problem. I got
Yeah.
anger problem, but God is still using me. And when it rises up, I know when it's rising up, but I'm man enough. If I do have one of them aberrations, I'm man enough to go to the person and tell I was wrong. I can admit,
Yep.
and that's the thing, you do wrong.
Yeah,
But
I
when
do
you
that.
hold
I
stuff
do
in,
that
if
right
something
there.
happens,
That's
and you
good.
can,
That's
I
just
good.
like me and you, everybody, when you can go to be man enough to go to a person and say, I
Yeah.
was wrong for that, man, that's growth. Because sometimes
Yeah.
some people can't do that. They'll die
That's
like that
right.
in their ways. They
That's
wrong, they know
right.
they wrong, but they won't say a word, man.
They
They act
won't
like they
say a
ain't did
word
nothing to
about
you.
it.
I'll be all in your face and they wondering why you looking funny. Man, you hurt me. You said them hurtful
That's
words. You ain't
right.
said you sorry.
That's right.
For real.
Yeah, we go
So
through
it's
that a
growth.
lot.
It's growth. It's growth.
Yeah, because
We
you
go
can't
through that a
keep
lot.
doing the same thing. You do keep doing the same thing, you're gonna keep getting the same results. You guys
Right.
know that.
So it's
Know,
the same thing.
learn and know
So
when to let it go.
That's what you're saying.
Right.
So y'all saying let go and let God, like the song say.
Let go and let God.
Well, you got a
And
part
before
in
we
it
let-
though. Everybody, we have a part in it, guys. Because if all we
Right.
had to worry about and think about was our spiritual side, we'd all be okay. When
Right.
we've confessed and we're believers and we're saved, we all be okay. But we've got
Right.
the natural side of things. That's
Right.
the problem.
Right.
And so that's what we got to deal with. And
The
just
physical.
learning
Right.
how to deal with it is what I'm saying. I don't even mean it literally, let it go. Because I don't want to discount anybody's
Mhm. Right.
experiences ever. But what I mean is you have to learn to navigate through it. And,
Okay.
and acknowledging it, okay?
Okay.
Acknowledging it like you're doing right now. When you acknowledge
Hold
it,
your head up.
that's letting go. That's letting go.
Set some
Okay.
goals.
Yes,
Yeah.
set some
Right.
goals. Exactly. Let it go and just don't nurse it. Don't be a baby. Because what's that getting you? If we're sitting around talking about, oh, I got this going on. I've got this. This happened to me. This
Right.
happened to me. Well, okay. So what are you just going to keep talking about
Right.
it and letting it affect you in a negative way?
Right.
Hold
and
your
if you-
head up. Keep pushing.
Yes, go on and get some help. Get through it. So that you can start living your best life.
Right. You just said it. I am so thankful for you, Miss Hill. I wish that we
Thank
truly
you,
had more time. I'm so
sweetheart.
thankful
Yes.
that I
It's
met
been a
you.
pleasure.
It was
I love your
amazing.
spirit.
been
you
a
are truly
pleasure.
God's
Thank you.
child. You continue
Man.
to do the good works that you're doing because you
Thank
don't get your
you.
flowers while you are alive. You have
Thank
a
you,
beautiful
sweetheart.
spirit.
I'm
beautiful spirit.
here, y'all. Thank you. If you guys need
Man.
me, I'm a
And
phone
thank you,
call
Miss
away.
Hill.
Thank
And
you,
mi-
Right.
sweetheart.
Well,
in French, we say très génial. That means you're very amazing.
Thank you,
Right.
sweetheart. I
And tell the
appreciate
kids
that.
we say
Thank you.
hey. Tell the
I will
kids we
tell
say
them.
hey.
I'll tell them.
Yeah,
I'll tell them,
Justin.
guys.
and before we
Love to
close
all
out,
of
I'm
you
gonna say
guys. Yeah.
before we close out, I'm gonna say a short prayer before we
Okay,
close
yeah.
out.
Thank
If you would you bow your heads and close your eyes?
Yes,
Father God, we
yes.
come to you right now. First and foremost, want to thank you. Thank you for another day you have
Yes.
allowed us to see. Thank you for letting Miss Hill be on our podcast
Thank
to
you,
teach our
God.
community that it is help out there. It is insurance. I ask
Yes.
that you continue to bless her and her family and all that she
Thank you,
does, God.
God.
Continue to watch over us and just lead us on the path that we should go and shape and mold us into the men that you want us to be. God, we thank you for
Yes.
life itself because it's a beautiful thing,
Good
God.
Lord.
I pray that we can be examples to other men and women out there in the community that God can use anybody. God, we thank you and praise you.
Yes.
It's in your most holy name we pray. Amen.
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 Hallelujah.
Yes. Thank you,
Amen.
guys. Thank
Hey,
you,
see
guys.
y'all next
God bless
Tuesday.
you.
See you there. Thanks, Miss
Yeah.
Hill.
Okay,
Thank you, Miss
sweetheart.
Hill.
Salute the
Anytime.
best.
Anytime.
Stop
I'm
the
here.
violence in
Hit
Little
you
Rock,
up on
y'all.
insurance,
Send the
too.
violence
Yes.
down. Send
Yes.
the violence down in Little Rock.